What is up, Facebook? Happy Monday! Let's crush it. Let's crush it. Let's crush it. Let's crush it. I use the term "let's crush it" because I always think in terms of like, let's get at it. You know? How do you say let's get at it? You say let's get at it. Let's crush it. Don Shaw, what is up? Welcome. So I'm super happy and super excited to be here today. My name is Lisa Gaylord. I have been a personal trainer for 40 years. And just like you, I've been helping everybody I know around me on this globe, internationally speaking, crush their goals and get into the best shape of their lives. So I'm going to be working this moving forward. Coffee Talk is going to be a thing. And Coffee Talk is now going to be a amazing podcast. I'm super excited to announce that I will be gathering all my thoughts, nutrition and fitness related, health, from, teen sports to menopause. It's called andropause, but I call it manopause, because why do we call it menopause when it has nothing to do with a man? But if those are your concerns and you're within that parameter of teens in sports and even little kids, because I started karate when I was really, really little, and I kind of looked at that tipping point for me in my life where I was always, always really around fitness-related people, and always people that are in the workout mindset without really knowing it. I'm gonna sneeze again. Wow. That's what you get for a live show. There is no editing. It is what it is. And welcome, Don. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome. Welcome, everyone that's just jumping on here. Again, being in the fitness industry as long as I have, and coming from a martial arts background, I'm an 8th degree black belt, and I've been studying, karate and all types of martial arts since I'm a little kid, that I have always been surrounded by fitness-related people. I got into personal training when I was 16 years old, and that exposed me to, also, and again, personal training back then was not a thing. I think there were coaches that trained people, but having a personal trainer was really not even a thing yet. And thank you, bless you. So I really kind of came up in the industry when there were organizations out there doing certifications, and it was just such crap. I mean, really whack. Nobody had a clue. And the industries that were like, we talk about the, I think I did in one of my tests, I was stretching and I was like bending over forward, kind of touching my toes and bringing my chest to my quads, and they were gonna fail me. And I'm like, well, why? Well, because you can't do forward flexion and blah, blah, blah. And I mean, these bitches were mean to me. And there I was, already a black belt. I think I was much older, because certifications didn't even come until I was a lot older. So they were telling me about forward flexion and how to stretch, telling me how to stretch. And I was looking at them like, really? I hate to inform you, but we've been doing this for a long time. And subsequently, the industry finally came around and figured out how to stretch and how to work out. So I was right all along, and I tend to move on my own pathway. Whether you trust, like, care, or comment, I want you guys to keep an open mind. I like to bring to the format just as much information as I can kind of unload on you. Again, it's a 40-year career that's evolved over time. There was a time when I thought soy milk was good, and now realizing that it's not. I will do that investigative work on my own and then bring it back to you. If you want to debate it, you're more than welcome to jump on. When we go to podcast, like the live podcast, it's going to be a call-in show, which I'm really excited about. That way you guys don't have to type your questions to me. You can just kind of bring it on and go, hey, what about this? Hey, what about that? I was feeling like a hey babe moment right there. I was going to have a hey babe moment. So, all right, 9:05. Everybody's up on here. Eileen, Lori, what's up? Cheryl Hall, welcome guys. And sorry, again, sinuses. If you guys want to figure out my sinuses, I use my allergy spray. I do all the right things. I don't know what happened, but my nose just gets so stuffy. Anyway, welcome. Let's jump into topic real quick. We are talking, again, I like to post before, so if you guys have any comments, drop them down below. I have my glasses on so I can kind of follow along, and if you guys have questions, spit them out, just type them below. I'm reading as you guys are coming on, so welcome again one more time, and let's dive into topics today. I'm picking up where I left off on Friday with lean muscle and what lean muscle means to me and you. Laura, stronger than your dog needs to be subscribed. Laura, hit me up later. Montalou, I don't even know how to pronounce that word, and I'm kind of like an ace spelling bee, so hit me up later. Michelle Fernandez, what is up? Welcome. So we're going to go over two subjects today. Lean muscle as number one, and number two is heart rate training and aging. And heart rate training, for most of you guys don't even get it anyway. So I'm going to break it all down so that you understand. Amber, good morning. I want you guys to I want you to walk away from this show and go, ooh, I never knew that. And kind of like, this is what you heard, that's what you read, this is what you heard, that's what you read. I'm going to kind of debunk a lot of things so that you guys can go, oh, I get it now. Now it all makes sense. And if your goals are in line with my 5-week program, guys, 5-week challenge is going on right now. I'm also going to be setting up for a 3-month, a 6-month, and a 1-year program. If you guys are interested in any of that, your word for the day is muscle. M-U-S-C-L-E, M-U-S-C-L-E. Go ahead and drop it in the comment below. If you need more information on any of my programs or would like to just find out like where you are in the world, I'll send you a link to my calendar. All right, here we go. Deep dive on lean muscle. From a man's perspective, or boy, teenager, man, from a girl, teenager, woman, there are two different pathways. And when we talk about lean muscle tissue, when I address male and female, I address male biological and female biological in terms of how hormones affect your body, when they affect your body, and at what point is an up or a down. And let's do this because primarily Carlito's on here, and I love you. I love you like a bear loves honey, like fat babies love cake. That's real love. Rosie, what is up? Welcome. Okay, so here we go. Lean muscle tissue. And let's get very clear, because this is something that I address in my career almost on the daily. And it really hurts my heart when women tell me, I don't want to build... Okay, I'm going to do a few scenarios. These are the conversations I have. So if you identify with any of these scenarios and I've hurt your little feelings, I apologize. Not really. I don't. Listen. My show, you don't like it. If you don't like the truth, this might not be the show for you. If you don't like hearing what someone never told you, this might not be the show for you. If you hear something that just punches you right in the nose and you don't like it, maybe it's time to address those things inside of you that are, like your reality. This is real. We've only got one spin around this planet, and that's it. So let's utilize that time, right? Okay, so here we go. As a biological female, there is no such thing as, if I lift weights, I'm going to turn into a man. I don't want to look like a man. Oh, when I lift, I get really big. Oh my God. I mean, really, people? You guys really talk like that? You do. And here's the sad thing. Most of you need to lose weight and don't realize that the best way and the fastest way to lose weight is to put on muscle, lean muscle tissue. Because tissue is lean, and I'll describe it this way. When you're building muscle, and this is like kind of the simplest format I can teach it. If you ever get a paper cut, right? Little paper cut, and that thing hurts like hell. How long does it take to repair that paper cut? That paper cut takes a couple weeks, right? You see that cut first, it opens up, coagulates, boom, 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 all those red blood cells, everything's in there, healing, and then little by little it heals over, and it causes what's referred to as fascia tissue, scar tissue, and it heals, right? Same thing when I talk about, it used to be back in the day, women that had C-sections. It used to be that, and I don't even know how that would start, because as physicians, they didn't get this information out because they didn't really care about women. They still don't care about women, and that's just life. We're like, hold on. We're in the middle of a dual pandemic, and women need to like step up and get the information. But when you had that surgery and that baby came out and that scar healed, that scarring is the strongest part of your body. And we were made to think that that's the weakest part of the body, and it's not. So muscle tissue, like a paper cut, takes about 2 weeks to heal in general. And then all of a sudden you look at that finger and that paper cut is like gone, right? Same thing happens with muscle tissue. When you work out, your body breaks down, and over a process of time, it heals itself and it builds that muscle tissue. Okay? So what we're looking at, lean muscle tissue burns because you're getting stronger body fat. Because fat is just a source of energy. Muscle is how you move your body. Fat is where you store, but muscle is where you build and get stronger. And your ligaments and your tendons and your joints all work together more fluidly when you build muscle, because you can move better and you can move things better. On a female, we don't have those hormones in our bodies to build muscle. Now, on the other side, the flip side, we talk about weightlifting, and I want you to kind of picture this, which is looking at like, let's say if I categorize a swimmer, long distance runner, short distance runner, gymnast, triathlete, bodybuilder, power lifter, what else? I think those are big categories right there. So if I look at, for instance, a marathon runner, what does a marathon runner do? It's just a constant one-dimensional over and over and over and over and over and over. Are they building muscle? No, they're actually tearing down. What's their fuel source? Fat. They trade in a fat store zone, a fat store zone, right? If I look at a bodybuilder, or rather a power lifter, I'm looking at somebody who's consuming a lot of calories so that they can move heavier weights. They don't want to jeopardize their strength, so they're consuming a lot of calories, ratios of fat, protein, carbohydrates, and a lot of times you see power lifters will put on weight as well as strength, because they're not trying to jeopardize any of their strength levels, right? When you look at a triathlete, you also look at those same parameters as you do a long distance runner. They're using fat, but they're also doing different modalities. So the combined modalities, they're a little bit stronger in their upper bodies, stronger in their leg development from cycling and running. So you have a different body. Then you look at a gymnast, like that side and then this side. Long distance people that move a lot, tend to burn more fat than build muscle. So their bodies will be like skinnier, leaner, lighter. Then you have, let's say, a bodybuilder or a track runner. They're doing short bursts of energy. So that's an ATP. I don't want to throw you guys off. I want you to really think more about how we're building muscle. Do you want to build muscle and be, I look at muscle as we make a joke and we say, muscle is the Botox filler of the body, right? So when you think about how I want my body to look and you say, I want to be just a skinny rail like a runner. All right, there you go. So you're going to have to do more long distance work. And I think longevity has a set point where we say, I'm not going to do this long pounding, because it's not going to be good for my joints. Not the bones, because it's a different mindset. Just hear me out. I look at it as the long distance stuff as we age doesn't help us. So I want to be a super ager. So I want to build as much muscle tissue as I can. I want to build as much muscle tissue as I can. So I want to do a progressive overload. And I use 2 strength programs. I use what's called a 5x5 strong lifts. And I also use another program. If you guys want to get any information on my programs and learn how to build muscle, drop me a comment below, MUSCLE, and I will share with you those programs. But again, the progressive overload is basically saying this. I need to get stronger. So if I am working out in a subset, you guys that are working out with 5-pound weights and you're doing more than 12 repetitions and it's easy, it's too light. If you guys are, the mindset is this. If I can do 12 repetitions with that weight, I definitely need to go heavier. If I can only do 3, that's my max. Your rep range should be really uncomfortable between 5 and 8. Write that down or send me a link, MUSCLE, and I will teach you those programs. Guys, if you're on my 5-week program, we're going to be talking about this tonight. 8 o'clock Zoom meeting. Don't be late. Food logs, workout logs. Yeah, I see you guys putting muscle on here. You know why? Because we need to build muscle to burn body fat. And a lot of you are doing, and it's a girl thing. Sorry, it's a girl thing. It's a guy thing too, but guys want to build muscle. It's just their mindset. But what they don't have is cardiovascular. And we're going to talk about those two things right now. So one track is, how do I build muscle? A progressive overload. And progressive overload means I've got to do, and I believe in, there are like 5 to 8 movements, and bicep curls is not it. Again, if you guys want to do a bodybuilding program, that's cool, because you want to isolate bicep, you want to isolate tricep. But if you want to get strong, there's really like, in my wheelhouse, there's about 5 to 7 movements that I do that make me strong. And when I'm talking about strong, I'm talking about 1 rep max, 3 rep max, 5 rep max, where I go into struggle mode. I mean, like that's when you start getting primal. So the theory is this. Again, we're talking about. Let me use the analogy, and I use the same one for years and years and years because I really put my head to something that's realistic. And it kind of goes like this. You see the guy out on the street using a jackhammer. And I don't know if you guys have really studied what a jackhammer looks like, but those things are really heavy. So you got to have strength just to hold the damn thing up. And then it's made to bounce in the ground to break up concrete, right? Now, if I went out and I picked up that jackhammer and it's heavy and I turned it on and I was working an 8-hour day, I would be immobile the next day. But you see those guys out there and they just whip those things out and they're like, bah, 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 right? Bah, 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 bah. So the theory is adaptation takes time. That's why when we work out, what you do today takes 15 days to show up. Now, I'm going to punch my 5 wickers right in the nose. And I'm going to punch all you guys in the nose right now. And I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. When you hurt my trainer heart, you say things like, how long is it going to take for me to lose weight? How long before I see results? When will I get results? I have a wedding in 5 days. Can I lose 37 pounds? I might have to have a babe moment with you guys because I'm getting this a lot lately. And I giggle. Inside I giggle. I'm like, oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. You're just so cute. Like, do you go to your banker and you say, I don't know why they're like, can I have like $1 million in my bank account next week? Because like I really work hard, so I don't understand why there's not $1 million in my bank account. Some of you really need to hear this. Some of you really need to turn the volume up and listen. You want results from something that you didn't do. I want to lose weight and I want to lose it now. Because you woke up and you realize, crap, I just gained a bunch of weight because I've been sitting in my house for 2.5 months eating crap and drinking all the alcohol I have in my refrigerator, freezer, cabinet, whatever. And then you call me and you go, oh my God, Lisa, why have I gained so much weight? Oh my God, Mindset Reset, sign me up. Where do I sign up? And then you want results immediately because you got excited. You got your, remember, dare, desire, action, results. And you got this tipping point. You went, oh shit, holy crap. I got to go back to work next week and I'm 20 pounds overweight. Oh my God, I don't fit in any of my clothes. So we have to take you back and pull you back and go, okay, I got it. When was the last time you were in the best shape of your life? You're like, oh, when I was 20. I'm like, all right, what were you doing? I was working out and I was eating right. I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Lisa doesn't make you lose weight. Lisa is just a light. This thing that you're watching I'm just a light. That's all I am. Here's a light. You already knew how to do it. You already knew you were eating crap, but there was darkness in your pathway. You just turned off all the lights and you're like, fuck it. I'm just going to eat it. And I'm going to drink it. And I don't care because you convert back to being a baby. Or I'm your mom. And if I'm your mom, then I want you guys to understand. It's not, you can do whatever you want, but I want you to be healthy and I want you to be strong. We're talking about lean muscle tissue. So the things that we have to get clear about is you have to start lifting heavy shit. LHS. Lift heavy shit. And what do I mean by that is I've got to do a progressive overload. I've got to be able to take a formula and say, What's the heaviest weight that I have? Oh, but Lisa, I'm building my new gym. What weights should I get? I don't know. Get 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Yeah. Oh my God, that's so heavy. I don't care. Because there's a point in your life where you're going to go, man, I should have been lifting weights when she told me, because now I'm old and I'm lazy and I don't want to do it. Or just in general, you don't want to do it because you're lazy. You can be lazy all you want, but don't ask for results of something. Again, go to your banker today, swing by your bank, sit down and say, hey, I don't understand why I don't have $1 million in my bank account because I'm working really hard. And then they're going to get the security guard to remove you because you're crazy. You're absolutely insane. And in my trainer head, in my trainer heart, there's a security guard that wants to take you away and move you out of my, right? I'm like, damn, girl, you gain weight by your hands and your mouth. Nobody made you, boy. For my boys out there, it goes both ways. So what do we have to do? We got to put a stop. You gotta stop. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? I just had this conversation this morning with my client, and I said, she goes, you know what I really want? I really want ripped arms. Whatever. And I said, how bad do you want it? And the analogy is this. Have you ever fallen in love? And you are insane. All those hormones just, boom, they flood your brain. And all you can think about is that person. You could talk to that person on the phone for like, I don't know, 27 hours, wake up, go to work, come back, and you're like waiting for those text messages like, and you haven't slept. And you can just get on the phone again and talk to that person for another 27 hours. Well, that's hormones. Those are hormones, guys. Yeah, love drunk. What's up, Aaron? It's not real. Falling in love is not real. It's human nature. It's called, that's how we find our mates. And if we don't have those chemicals, then we don't want to sleep with that person because there's a lot of trust involved. And from a biological female standpoint, those hormones are what attracts us to someone that's going to either mate with us and stay with us, which they usually don't, but anyway, it's a whole other topic. But when you guys mate, and you want to mate with somebody, you got to have those hormones there, right? The same thing applies to weightlifting, guys. When you have that desire that keeps you up at night, when you have that desire that like nothing will stand in your way, nothing will come between you and your goal, and it wakes you up, and you're like, damn, I'm in love with me, and I'm in love with my process, and I'm in love with taking my body to where it needs to go. And where it needs to go is it needs health. It's craving it. Back to lean muscle tissue. In order to change your body, you've got to get uncomfortable. In order to change your body, you must be willing to get uncomfortable. And uncomfortable is in that 3-rep, 5-rep, max rep state. So that over time, that paper cut happens inside your body and you build muscle tissue. Building muscle tissue in a biological female's body without those heavy duty testosterone hormones, you don't get big, you get lean. The reason that you're big, and when you guys come at me with, I lift weights and I get really big. No, girl, you're fat, you're overweight, and you've got about 30 pounds of fat tissue on your body, and you're building muscle underneath so you feel bigger. Let me explain how this works. Lifting weights, pumping weights is the same thing as like a hard-on. Sorry if there are kids in the room or you're a little sensitive. Building muscle, lifting weights is like getting an erection. It only lasts for a very short period of time because it's a process of blood flow. You've got blood flow in that area. Did you ever do squats with me? Right? You're working out, and you're doing squats. You're like, oh my God, my legs. And you feel like they're this big. It's blood flow. Once that blood flow passes through the body and the body starts to repair, that muscle deflates back to its normal size again. Because remember, muscle tissue is very thin. What's big? Big is the fat that's surrounding it. So when you guys you got some body fat to lose, and you start lifting weights, you're like, I feel really big. No, you are already big. You're just feeling your body and your muscles. Okay? So let's stop having that conversation with me about, I'm going to get big, or I'm going to look like a man. Whoa, stop insulting men. And my boys come to me, and it's like, I want to build big bicep. Why? Biceps like one of the smallest muscles in the body. It's so stupid. It's just so stupid. I love guys I meet, right? Pants on, waist up, they're just enormous. Like big chest, big arms. I'm like, are you serious? I look at their legs and their calves and I'm like, really, bro? You got to be joking me. Because it's easier for them. Upper body's easy. And my girls are like, what do they want to work on? Booty, 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 booty. Thank you, Jennifer Lopez. Booty, 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 booty. But before Jennifer Lopez got popular with her booty, 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 you guys decided that looked good. I've always loved a butt. Like, for me, hands down, butt. What you got? Butt. And eyes. Smile. Right? So, when we look at the body and we look at an overall, like, I believe that the overall athlete is a gymnast. And I love that because it's arms and abs and legs and shoulder and back and mobility and flexibility, and they're some of the best athletes in the world. I don't always agree with how some gymnasts become, like they're this big, and that's part of why they're very successful. Like, what happened to the 6 foot gymnast? Oh, it's like it's geometry, right? They don't do very well. You got to be like that big. So they look compact and big because they're shorter, right? Yeah. Anyway, so talking about lean muscle tissue, how do we build it? This is for my boys. This is for my girls. This is for anybody out there that's looking to change your body. Go to Dick's Sporting. Go to Amazon. I don't care where you go, but you need to start lifting heavier weights. I'm going to be putting on I got something exciting that I don't want to talk about yet because it's in the works. But building out your home gym is my next greatest feat. That is going to be my next, yes. Because building out your home gym, I want you guys to work with weights that you're really uncomfortable with. Working with things in your toolbox that are going to make you stronger. Don't laugh, because I have 2 of them and I have to get them out because I just moved and I don't have them in my room. But you know those pull-up bars that hook into your doorway? Go get one, because they're totally badassery. You can use the word badassery. I think it's a thing, badassery. But this is the way I teach my girls. I'm like, hey, got to do pull-ups. You got to do push-ups. You got to do squats. You got to do some deadlifting. You got to do some rowing. You got to do some overhead lifting. You got to do the hard stuff. And that really also goes back to, again, I need you guys to start getting the mindset of build your toolbox and you have it there. You have it to work with. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't have to go to a gym. You have the stuff there. Are you working on your push-ups? I mean real push-ups. Not these girly things on your knees. And if you're on your knees, that's fine. It's a great way to start. But are you working push-ups, proper push-ups? Are you working proper squats? So we're going to tackle all of that. I want to finish up with lean muscle tissue because I want to go into heart rate training. Because really, again, lean muscle tissue is all about strength training, getting stronger, building progressive overload over time. If today you did 5 pounds, 8 pounds, 10 pounds, 12 pounds, 15 pounds, 18 pounds, 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, and you're starting to do weights that really force change in your body, first of all, that's core strength, leg strength, hip strength, overhead strength, things that you can pick up, your groceries by yourself, your kids by yourself, you can push things, you feel empowered. And this is for my guys and my girls. You feel empowered when you feel strong and you feel like, yeah, I'm rocking this thing. I can do this by myself. I don't need you. I can carry my groceries. I love that. In my mind, I'm like, I love when the kids come out and they're like, oh, ma'am, can I help you? I'm like, damn, do I look that old? Shit. And they're like, no, you don't, but I want to help you. I'm like, no, I got this. Because there'll be a day when I want you to help me. It ain't today. But there'll be a day. Just not today. And I got like 5 bags on one side and 5 bags on the other. And I'm like, feeling my body, I can control it, right? I travel, backpack, roller bag, whatever it is. I'm like, I got it. Here, let me help you. I'm like, okay. I don't need your help, but yeah, fine, whatever. Or me helping someone else that she can't do it because she's not strong, right? So, in order to change your body, one, you've got to have the mindset. And if you need to get in on my program, 5-week Mindset Reset, we're starting group number 2. Get in on it. Drop me a comment below, 5-week. You guys, you need help with muscle building? Drop me a comment below. You guys need to get into the program. Drop me a comment, put in 5 weeks. We're starting group number 2. And I'm going to teach you guys all the little tips and tricks and hacks. I can't give it all away, but I want you guys to get your results. And going to the gym just because the gym just reopened, the gym can't help you. It just can't. I've been a personal trainer for 40 years, and my trainer heart hurts so bad. Number one, you guys hire people that look like they, right? And have no clue. I watch trainers all day long. I study them because I train trainers. And when I walk into these gyms and I see trainers and they're certified and they look like big, enormous gorillas. And then I watch guys training girls. And they make the girls do push-ups on their knees. Or they make them do little weights and then focus on their booty. I'm like, you're a dick. You're a dick. And then it's cool because a lot of people hire trainers because they're bored. Or we call them rent-a-friend. You want to rent a friend, or do you want somebody to kick your ass and change your body? You got to get uncomfortable. And you've got to want to do it. You got to want to do it. And if you guys are ready to change your body, 5-week Mindset Reset Challenge, group number 2 is starting soon. Don't be left out, because I can't go to your house. I don't want to go to your house. Be like, hello, hi, your motivation just showed up. Honey, can you pay for motivation? It just showed up at the door. I'm still on the couch. I haven't really decided if I want this that bad or not. I talk about it. Well, babe, it's at the door. What are you going to do? Well, I don't know, because it's going to hurt. Yeah, well, that's how it works. It's got to hurt, because it's work. But remember when you were in shape before and how good you felt? And how much more sex we had? What are you trying to say? We don't have sex now? Yeah, well, once a month is a lot different than like once a day. What are you trying to say? Well, what I'm trying to say is motivation just showed up at your door and it's ready to go. But you're not. You're still eating crap. Yeah. What? Yeah. I don't know what triggers you guys. I don't know what makes you happy. I don't know what gets you off the couch. I know what gets me off the couch. Because I'm super motivated all the time because I love what I do. And I love the people that are in my group. So if you guys want to get on a 5-week mindset reset, drop me a comment below. Let's move on. We're going to talk about heart rate training and aging. Heart rate training and aging. I hope that motivated you guys to go to the gym or go ahead and get your locker, your foot locker ready. I will help you and guide you. If you guys need help, just send me a comment. Say, hey, I need help because I want to work out at home. I have no intention of ever going back to a gym, or if I do, it'll be on my terms, and I'm not going to be a slave to a gym with fees. And you ever walk into a gym, and I've worked at them before. Let me tell you something. There's nothing more like I want to throw up. When you walk into a gym that you've been going to for years, and they absolutely have no idea who you are. So I worked at a gym for literally years, and they would stop me at the front desk and ask me for my membership card. And I worked there, and I taught classes, and they would stop me and say, do you have your membership card? I'm not, if I were joking, this would not be that funny. But seriously. And so if you're going to the gym and they don't know who you are, don't go. And if you go to a gym and the people are not like, hey, have a great day, you freaking rock, you're awesome, screw them. So sick of these places that are people are like spending hundreds of dollars and they don't know who you are. They don't care who you are. They throw you in these contracts and have you like that. And you think they really care about your workout? They don't. I do. I totally dig you guys. And not only do I dig you, when you guys get results, that's my unwritten paycheck. That's me who I go and like, oh my God, this person's crushing. I owned a gym. I owned 2 gyms and swore I would never own a gym again because you end up like teaching classes, doing payroll, and scrubbing bathroom floors. And it takes the people like, Lisa, you should open a gym. I'm like, hell no. And I blessed the day that I was able to turn on Facebook Live and be here with you guys. Brad Goldberg, what is up? Lori, front desk, new person every day, right? Or they treat you like you're bothering them. Totally. But the one thing that I had in my gym is I knew everybody. And it was family. And I want that for you guys. And whether I go live stream or a TV show or a Facebook Live every day, I don't really dig Instagram Live. It's a little weird. I think people on Instagram are a little weird. I love my Facebook people. You guys are like super family. I think people on Instagram are like stalker weirdos that are like voyeurs. But anyway, right. And tomorrow I do Instagram Live. All right. Heart rate. When I was running a gym, I celebrated every person who made it through the door. Yeah, absolutely. My last comment on that, Laura, is this. The one thing in my 40-year career that I have learned as vital and why I separate myself from a lot of people is that I believe that most people that go to the gym hate working out. Hate it. I think most people hate working out. There are those of us who thrive on working out. Me, when I don't move, I am super cranky. I'm super pissy, and I just, I gotta move. I gotta expel that energy. You know, it doesn't matter how I do it, I just gotta like get it out. So when I go to a gym and there's like some dick at the front desk who's about 12 years old with a mindset of, you know, he hates his life or she hates her life and you're such an inconvenience, I hate gyms for that. I hate gyms for that. I hate global gyms like that. But for me, with you guys, I love you. I'm so excited you guys are here. You have no idea. Because you could be doing anything in the world right now, but you're here with me, and you're getting ready to do a freaking leg workout. Oh! All right. Heart rate and aging. Let's get into it. Deep dive, last part of the show right now. And I may carry it over into tomorrow. So here's what happens. Heart rate, stroke volume. Okay, we talk about those valves in the heart. I'm going to make this super simple for you guys to materialize how this works. So heart, right? Boom, 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 until we take our last breath. Oxygen gets transported in the blood system, right? So these balls of oxygen are just like cruising. So we talk about resting heart rate, which simply is, as I'm sitting here or I'm sleeping at night, what is that stroke volume? So it's boom, boom. So that's a very slow heart rate, boom. Now, as I'm working out, my stroke rate increases, right? Do, 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 do. So that's where we talk about someone being fit as opposed to someone who is not fit. And you go, I'm gasping for air because I'm not getting it transported. So we're going to talk real quick about aging, because I'm aging, we're all aging, and how it has affected me. Where we want to take the formula, I was putting two words together, Carvonin formula, and when they figured out the formula, and it's just kind of like a blanket formula because I use a different concept when I'm training my athletes, and we talk about being in season or out of season, or when I say fit. So 220 minus your age, 220 minus your age gives you a number. 220 minus your age gives you a number, which is a base max. A base max. So if you took your number right now and you dropped it in the comments below, I can tell you what percentage you need to be in for fat burning. Because we usually work out in our red zone, our max red zone, and that's not where fat burn. 220 minus your age, yep, go, give me that number. So we don't want to work in max heart rate for very long because that's not where we're burning fat. We want to be in that chatty, talky run 60%, right? Chatty, talky 60%, 185. Yeah. So Laura, at 185, then you take your percentages, give me 65% of that. 65% of... So 220 minus your age, you guys are giving me numbers that are a little bit whacked. I don't know what 36 and 37 means, but Laura's on it, 185. And then 185 minus 185 times, 65%. And that's where you want to sit. 65 to 75% is a very cool if you were running or doing 183. So 183 times 65%. And that's going to be kind of a lower number. So my numbers over time have what? Gone down. As we've gotten older, those numbers start to come down. It does not mean that you're not as fit as someone who's 30. 220 minus age 35 equals 185 times 65%. That number is, drum roll please. So the main point I want you guys to understand is that even though we're aging up, or aging down, aging up, 120 to 0.225. So when you're wearing a heart rate monitor, I will tell you that my experience with wrist monitors don't work that well, because that's not my heart. I can take my blood pressure, which is here where my fingers are. Yes, Bessie, I will do it again. But where I get my heart rate the most accurate is on the left side. Doesn't matter, left side or right side. Or right here when I'm wearing my heart rate monitor strap. And I have my receiver. And this just happens to be a Polar H7. It's Bluetooth compatible. It straps in and connects right here. I have to change the battery. And because it's medical grade, I put it right underneath my bra strap, guys, right here. I see a lot of people wearing it here. Your heart is in the middle of your chest. It's in the middle of your chest. It's right there. People think your heart is over here. Your heart's right there. Right? So you get that boom, boom, right? So here, and we're talking about heart rate zones so that when you're building your body up, there's always going to be a balance. 220 minus your age, take those percentages. I'm older, so my number is going to be lower, but we're still training in the same zones. I can run next to someone who's 22, but our numbers are going to be really different. So what we need to think about is, just because the numbers are higher, Bessie, here we go. 220 minus your age. Sternum protects the heart. Right on. Yeah. You could, is 104, Sandra, perfect. That's your training zone. And I use an app. I was just going to grab my phone, but I'm looking at my phone. I use Polar Beats. There's a couple of other ones. Wahoo is also another one. This is really good. I work with a lot of clients with using Wahoo, but I use the Polar Beats because I can watch my zones. And I do a zone training spin class. If you guys are interested in that, 174. So 174 times 65%. So 65% of 174, Bessie, is your fat burning zone. So, and I say 65, but I will play anywhere between 55 and 75 in that, from what I refer to as a yellow zone, a green zone to a yellow zone, green, yellow, red zone. Want to stay out of that red zone. You can pop into the red zone, but you want to come out of that. So we're not sitting in that red zone too long. And again, we're talking about aging, and Wahoo Trainer you can do a virtual bike ride with people. Yeah, absolutely. And that's where we're going. So I'm going to be putting together a virtual ride with people. I just got my spin bike, so I'm getting connected. I'm also getting my new battery so that my heart rate monitor will set up. I would highly, 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 highly recommend that you guys get a heart rate monitor so that you guys can work with me on those training zones. Again, that's really kind of where I'm going to go with my training. Guys, we have about 5 minutes left in the show. I love calling it a show, and I know I'm Facebook Live. I hope that helped you guys out a little bit today. If you guys are interested in a 5-set mindset reset, group number 2 is starting soon. If you need information on muscle building, I will reach out to you guys. Those of you who are in group number 1, remember you've got a Zoom call tonight at 8 o'clock sharp super sharp, 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 sharp. We've got about 25 people on board that are crushing it. It is Monday. 113.1 Bessie. It is a show. I know it's a show. Love you. That's your training zone. So now we got to get you hooked up with a heart rate monitor so that you can follow. Yes, that's right. So that's your fat burning zone. Once you know what those numbers are, you get a heart rate monitor. I think eventually we'll try to get a sponsorship with one of these companies so that I get you guys a good rate and get you hooked up. All right, so I'm going to take 5 minutes to regroup and set up my leg workout. I will post it up on Facebook. I think it's going to rain. I want to work out outside, but I'm excited because it's legs. So we're doing legs, arms, abs this week. We're just going to reverse the workout. So today's legs, tomorrow's upper body, Wednesday's legs, Thursday's upper body, Friday, abs. Saturday, big old combination of everything. And then Sunday, we take a rest day. That's how I roll. I love you guys. I'll be right back. Do what you got to do. Do your thing. Saturday. And I will see you guys here in 5 minutes.